Welcome back to the Steve Adler Show here on Extra Sports 1360. I'm sitting down with Robbie Erlin. Most of you remember Robbie. He came over with Joe in the Mike Adams trade a couple years ago. Robbie is known as the lefty who just throws strikes. You don't walk guys. Is that a mentality thing? No free passes?
Yeah, I'd say it's more of a mentality.
You shall not pass?
Yeah, just, if you're going to get beat, you want to get beat with the bat. Because there's a chance that they hit it at someone, behind in the count, fastball count, whatever it is. Give them the chance to get themselves out. Don't give up a free base.
Let your defense do the work?
Yeah.
Now, when you came over, obviously, you're playing at Joe at AA, Joe Erlin. You're playing with Joe. The trade happens. You guys had, I want to say, this is convoluted at this point, but you guys were playing San Antonio within a few days or within a day even?
We were in the middle of the series. It was a 4-game series against San Antonio, and we got traded the morning of the 3rd game. So we played 2 games with Frisco and then 2 games with San Antonio.
That's got to be a little... Well, you didn't have to pitch against your team, though.
No, I was actually scheduled to pitch the day we got traded, and then they bumped me back a couple days. So
that would have been a little awkward.
A little bit. I actually ended up facing Frisco like a week later when we played them again or something like that. So it was definitely weird, though.
8 teams in the Texas League?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually you're going to end up playing each other a lot.
Yeah, I think I faced them 2 or 3 times at the end of that year.
So being a lefty, was that something that when you were playing Little League, when you were playing T-ball, your dad just said, look, you're just going to keep throwing this ball because eventually that's going to be the way you're going to go? Or was it just you just love to play baseball and you happen to be left-handed and it worked out?
I think, that's just how it happened to work out. He didn't force me to be left-handed.
You didn't have your right hand tied behind your back or anything?
Nah, not that I know of. I mean, I could probably ask him about that. But, no, that's just how it was. And just grew up being left-handed and, bat righty somehow. I don't know how that worked. But
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Clearly I don't play baseball, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, you throw a lefty, you hit right, it's the way it goes sometimes. Mm-hmm. Do you think being a lefty has helped you out? I mean, obviously you're a pitcher. So guys who can throw left-handed, they're at a premium if they can throw well. Do you think that's helped you out in terms of baseball, being able to move up in the system?
I don't know. I really don't think about it. Whether you're right-handed or left-handed, it comes down to getting outs, to executing pitches and throwing your game when you're on the mound. So, I'd say maybe left on left, I might have a little bit of an advantage opposed to a right-handed pitcher on a left-handed batter. But other than that, no matter who you are or what kind of stuff you have, it comes down to executing pitches, and more times than not, that gets the out.
10 years ago, minor league coverage was minimal. Baseball America wrote some stuff, and that was pretty much it. Now with the internet, everybody covers minor league baseball. Mm-hmm. So it's got to be a little interesting. Being a top prospect, whether you're with Texas, now with San Diego, people pay attention a lot more. Interview requests, people ask you to sign cards. Mm-hmm. It's almost as though you get a taste of the major leagues without being a major leaguer. Do you think that that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. Part of the game is being interactive with fans, and it's a great experience being able to share dialogue with a fan, whether it's a little kid or a card collector. Just because they really enjoy it, and we enjoy playing the game that they like to watch. So it all works out, and I think it's helpful because you kind of get used to just that factor of the game, the fans being more a part of the game, where I'm sure, I don't know for sure, I've never been in the major leagues, but the fans are probably a huge part up there. So I would say it's helpful.
Now, you talk about being able to interact with fans. You're on Twitter. Mm-hmm. How do you like using Twitter? Is it just kind of something there? You have one of the greatest baseball players in terms of Twitter in this clubhouse, in Cody Decker, who's extremely active on Twitter, and there's a lot of thought involved to his tweets.
Yeah.
So you have a guy like that in here who also loves to be able to interact with fans. Mm-hmm. How do you use Twitter? Is it just kind of there? Are you still trying to kind of feel your way out through the thing?
It's just kind of there. I mean, I like getting tweets from the fans, and I always tweet them back and say thanks or whatever. But
you heard that. Go ahead and you can tweet Robbie now.
Yeah, go ahead. Tweet me. Follow me.
I have 700 tweets on Monday.
Yeah, right. But, I mean, I'm not super active on it. No rhyme or reason for it. Just kind of there.
What do you do when you're not playing baseball?
What do I do?
Any instruments? Any other hobbies?
Not musically inclined. Definitely not. No, just spend a lot of time with the family, like off season.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm living back home, spend a lot of time with my family. Try and visit my brothers wherever they are. Visit with the grandparents. Visit friends when I can. Maybe go to their school and visit them for a weekend or whatever the case may be. But that's pretty much it. And sometimes I give lessons to like Little League players or high school players. My dad actually coaches the varsity baseball team at my old high school, Scotch Valley High School in Scotch Valley, California. And sometimes I'll go up to the field and just help him out with whatever he needs help with, and try and share some things with the players if they need help or whatever the case may be. So
no cookie off-season job?
No.
Now, you dealt with an injury last year.
Mm-hmm.
So was there any extra precaution that you took this off-season in terms of just preparation or getting ready to make sure that you were doing your due diligence?
No. Stayed on the same program. At the end of the season, I ended up going down to Arizona and pitching for 6 weeks in the fall league, and that pretty much got me past the entire injury. Wasn't thinking about it at all. No pain in my elbow, nothing like that. So after I took about a month off in the off season, I just got right back on the throwing program, and everything felt fine, and it's felt fine since. So there was no hesitation, there was no modification in the throwing program. It was just kind of nice to be back on a normal schedule.
Do you have any kind of pregame routine that you go? Do you have a certain song you listen to before you pitch on game days?
Nope, not really.
You're not eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Or?
Nope, I'm not superstitious at all.
I guess that probably makes it a little easier.
Yeah, it's just I like to get a warm-up in and make sure I have my approach set for what I want to do in the game, and from there, I just go out and see how I'm feeling, see how the ball's coming out when I'm playing catch, and then get off the mound and get a feel for my stuff, and then it's game time.
Awesome. Great stuff, man. Appreciate it, Rob.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again to Robbie Erlin. You can go ahead and give him a follow on Twitter. He said he will tweet you back. That is at RobbieErlin27. For more interviews, make sure you check out FriarHood.com, subscribe to the YouTube page, and listen Saturday mornings on Extra Sports 1360 from 10 a.m. to noon every Saturday for the Steve Adler Show.